up, everybody? Welcome to the Smoking Tire Podcast. Today's episode is, as always, brought to you by Off the Record. We love Off the Record here at the Smoking Tire because they are looking out for you. If you get pulled over, don't plead guilty. Get off the record. Off the Record will fight a moving violation all the way up to the Supreme Court, if need be, in the jurisdiction where you got pulled over. That means you don't have to go back and go to court. And also, you want to fight these because a lot of times you can get the points off your record, and that means your insurance, maybe your job security, whatever driving privileges you have left will be in good hands and safe. So go to offtherecord.com/TST. That's offtherecord.com/TST to get 10% off all legal services from Off the Record. Again, one more time, offtherecord.com/TST. Get you 10% off all legal services with Off the Record. Don't plead guilty. Call our people. Trust me. All right, on this episode of the podcast, LA is chock full of car events, and we talk about some of them. I got a free Mercedes-Benz, and I talk about my plans for it. Plus, I brag about dropping some weight, and we get excited about the RTR Mustangs that are coming out. Plus, a lot of great questions from the Patreon. It's the Smoking Tire Podcast. Let's go. Right?
Show me the money.
Show, don't motherfucking tell. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the program. It's noon on a Friday. You know what that means. When we're done with this shit, the week is over. That's funny.
No, it's not.
Oh. It's not, but also I got a facial at 9 o'clock this morning, so it's not like I've had a tough day.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't had a tough day. I've not. I had a good day. You know what happened this fucking week, Zach? 2, 4, 5.
New customers.
245 pounds.
Oh, right.
That is the lowest number I've seen on a scale since I was 16 years old.
Holy shit.
Yeah. 264 was wedding day.
Wow.
Yeah. Graduated from college, 330.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. When I met you, you were like...
So you met me,
09.
Previous adult low, 247. That was the lowest I'd been as an adult. It took a lot to fucking get there. And it was when I got hurt skiing that I lost it all. So up, down since then, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. March 2023, fucking said no mo at 297. Saw a nutritionist, got Sean, and fucking head down. So 2 years and 5 months, 50 pounds.
Wow.
No cheats, no Ozempics, old school. Because it's the only way to fucking do it. I mean, I don't hate on anyone who wants to do any of the surgeries or any of the drugs. Like, fucking do you, whatever makes you look in the mirror and be happy with yourself. Like, I don't give a fuck. For me, the shortcut to anything isn't satisfying. Like, doesn't matter what it is. Like, I'm not saying I've never taken a shortcut to something, but that's rarely a satisfying way to go.
But also, if someone crashes their car, takes it to the body shop, and then continues crashing their car, like, eventually the car is going to look like crap. So
right.
If someone does these different things, like,
sure.
If you don't build the foundation of good behavior, you will probably eventually slide back.
Right. And so yeah, I mean, and what's crazy is, like, actually the real turning point, there was the two big turning points. Was one, March 2023, when I made those choices, and I had a good run over a couple months, and then kind of lost it around the holiday season of that year, started to get it back a little bit. But then when we went to your bachelor party, and I got back on the weed train, you know what happened then? Alcohol consumption way down.
Oh.
Way down.
Yeah.
Cut alcohol, without trying. Cut alcohol by 75%.
That's huge.
I mean, huge. And weed is an appetite suppressant for me. I don't get munchies, which is a freak fucking thing, but I don't. So, like, but alcohol gives me crazy munchies. So, like, That was the kickstart a year ago to go from like 265 down to 245.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Wow.
And yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
No, just kidding. You put in so much work.
I put in a lot.
Obviously, you go to the gym every day.
Yeah, I work out 7 days a week, which is my arm. I did 4 days in a row with my trainer. My arms are fucked up right now. Yeah. but dude, it's like, it's one of those things. It's like the fucking podcast. Like, you're gone for 2 weeks, so you gotta crush it when and I work out in hotel gyms, but not like you work out in hotel gyms. I can only force myself to do cardio in hotel gyms, which is far better than nothing. But I just can't do a weight circuit without my trainer. Like, I'm fucking spoiled like that. I need it. Like, I need him there to be like, fucking do the thing, asshole, you fat piece of shit. Which is exactly how he talks.
I don't think I could do that for you. No, it's feel very weird.
No, that's actually how I talk to myself. That's why I started. But anyway,
that's great.
It does feel nice to, and I don't care about the numbers so much. I just care about how my clothes fit. And I finally, I'm looking in the mirror and be like, hey, that's all right.
I told you that, but when we were filming like the Wolf Box ad and you did something, I was like, he's got like shoulders and arms now. Oh shit.
Yeah. So, but like, more importantly, like the lifestyle I've led, like nutritionally for the last like year, I really enjoy. I don't feel like I'm denying myself anything, and cool, good times.
Right, because then you're just enjoying life more.
Yeah, just don't get hurt, and otherwise you're fucked. Yeah. But also that's the thing with working out, dude. Sean tries to like push me, and I go, I go, dude, I know where you're coming from, but if I don't get hurt today, we can work out tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's like a huge one, is like push, but not too hard.
Yeah.
Like, cause like, dude, people get hurt. My poor trainer, got to get shout out to him. Fit Like Sean on Instagram. He comes to you. If you're in LA, book him. Gym in a van. He's great. He was spotting someone and like, dude, and the client like fucked up, and Sean tried to save the bell and tore his bicep.
Yeah,
like fucked. That's a bad injury.
We were talking to Ferdy. He tore his bicep doing the ski car stuff because it's like, if like one of the most common ways people do that is they're doing deadlifts and they don't keep their arms straight. Mm-hmm. They flex them a little bit, thinking that will help them lift all this weight, and they tear their bicep.
Bottom,
sure, because your bicep can't handle that, and then it rolls up like a window. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Consistency is. Yeah, I'm the same way. I was like, I can't lift this much anymore. I was talking to Musto about this, and he was like, Musto's huge and used to be very strong. Yeah, and he hurt himself a little bit, and when he went back to the gym, he just like, I lifted the bar for a month. He's like, I don't care. Like, people look at me weird. I don't give a fuck. I'm humongous human being. Just do that and just show up and lift lighter, and you can lift longer. Yeah, and plus with all the driving and shit, my muscles are stronger than my joints. My joints are fucked up. And so like tendinitis and my stupid my quad tendon shit. And so like my quad is like way stronger than my quad tendon. My bicep is way stronger than my fucking elbow. And so like my biceps, like, sure, like no problem. Like another plate. Like, I'm not saying like I'm Superman, but like my bicep can lift way more than I can lift, but my elbows will simultaneously snap. Right, because I weak and tight or something. 40 hours a week driving fucking cars around. Yeah, that's one of the good things about rock climbing, but that it takes a long time for people's tendons to toughen. Right. Like, you could be a really strong person, but you could still hurt yourself because your tendons, depending on your workouts beforehand, might be weak. Like that's why you hurt your fingers a lot. Like that's like the rock climbing equivalent of like old man strength. Yeah. Like, remember that documentary about like that Mr. Olympia or one of those? And it's like, this young guy who's the Game of Thrones guy, Hafner or whatever the fuck the guy's name was. It was a huge Game of Thrones, the Mountain from Game of Thrones, that guy. And then this other dude in like the Ukraine or I'm insulting this person's legacy by another dude who's like almost like Rocky, but like 55 years old, doesn't look that big, works out like under a bridge, like just punching concrete, seriously, like looks like he's working out in like a war zone essentially, and then just goes and he's like,
inches shorter and visibly much smaller and much, much older. And it's in this document. He just like wrecks everybody because he has this like unbelievable old man strength. It's just the accumulation of whatever. The documentary wasn't about a record, but it was about these different
disciplines or something like that.
Just different ways of going about like world's strongest man. Someone in the comments will fucking not only know exactly what I'm talking about, but be like really offended at how poorly I just described the whole thing. But old man strength, good is the fucking moral.
Yeah, just stay in the game for a long time.
Well, that's also the Peter Attia like outlive thing, which is like, shout out to Peter, he rules. But like, you know, whatever you want to be doing in your 60s and 70s, skiing, golf, running up the stairs, hiking, driving stick, whatever, in your 30s and 40s, work on the muscles and joints that would make those activities easier. You know, like start it now.
Especially he talked about, I think not on our show, but a different thing is the quick reaction muscles really fall off as we age. And there's almost nothing we can do to stop that except lifting heavy weight. That seems to help a bit, but that's why older people fall. It's just like your brain might go, oh, I'm falling, but your muscle can't react to put your foot in the right place and all that stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Isn't that what happened to Ace Frehley? He just died from Kiss? He died like yesterday.
Okay.
But I think he got a brain bleed or something as a result of a slip and fall.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Terrible stuff.
Falling bad.
So anyway, I'm fucking proud of myself, and I have a few thousand people to brag about. So there we go. And speaking of me, next weekend, is it next weekend? 2 weekends. It's November 2nd and 3rd.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. November 2nd and 3rd, I will be at the Hilton Head Concourse, Hilton Head, South Carolina. Be with my dad. Come say hi, hang out, let's get a beer. I don't know if there's like a meetup of any kind, if anyone's doing any, if the Hilton Head I've never been to the Hilton Head Concourse. I don't know what kind of vibe it is. The website and the photos indicate that it's a fairly traditional concourse, but who knows? Maybe there's a fun like side party happening that I don't know about. After all, I do live near there, so we're gonna hang out with the old man. And if anyone who's listening to the show is gonna,
you should go to their party.
These guys are doing it.
These 75-year-olds cruising and having a good time.
Yeah.
In Oregon.
So I want to see it. November 2nd is when I'm going. Sunday, November 2nd. But if there's any events the days before that are worth me coming to, let me know. I love that part of the country. It's so fucking nice. Maybe play a little golf.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to the Hilton Head Concourse by boat. I'm just kidding. I already looked it up. There's no dock there.
Oh, there isn't.
It's on a golf course, but it's not a waterfont golf course.
Can you drop anchor and then paddleboard in? Your dad would be so down.
Have you talked about the pitch on the show?
Maybe not. I don't know. The dream.
Philip was kind of down. Folks, we got to take a quick break because support coming in hot from StrapHabit watch straps. Real topical advertiser this week. I'm so happy to have them. I love StrapHabit. I have been buying straps from them for years. StrapHabit was started back in 2019 by a longtime collector, and his wife came up with the name after she noticed how often he was swapping out watch straps. I understand. I change my straps a lot. I've changed strap on a Notice Canyon today. And StrapHabit understands the effort and expense that go into finding the perfect watch, but sometimes the included strap or bracelet is often uncomfortable, maybe doesn't reflect your style, it's the wrong season. Maybe that's where StrapHabit comes in to help, because your watch is not complete until it has the perfect strap. That's why I made the Notice Canyon easy, interchangeable, toolless strap changes. And the owner is an automotive engineer, and they've really got a lot of amazing products, right? StrapHabit focuses on affordable pricing and quick release spring bars. That's clutch. You don't want to have to mess with tools. We have the technology now to eliminate spring bar tools most of the time. So you can buy multiple straps, swap them out easy to match any situation, any outfit, any activity without tools. It's great for traveling. You don't want to carry sharp stuff on the plane, and you don't need to. And they find deployant style straps at affordable pricing. I just got 2 sailcloth straps with the deployant. Really dig those. There's a whole bunch of sizes, including the odd 19 and 21s for watches like Grand Seiko and modern Rolexes. And they have straps of all sizes designed for large and small wrists. StrapHabit ships orders within 1 business day from its headquarters in Ohio, and most customers receive their order within a few days. International shipping is available. You can go get some awesome watch straps for yourself, for gifts, for every situation at StrapHabit.com, and then use code TST15 at checkout for 15% off your order. That's StrapHabit.com with code TST15 for 15% off. And welcome StrapHabit to the party. Also, fire coming in hot from Car Gurus. Car Gurus is so important because when you're talking about regular cars, right? Not some weird car on Bring a Trailer, not airplane engine dune buggies, just regular cars. It should be way easier to buy a regular car than it is, but they have made it hard and confusing intentionally. Car Gurus is the shortcut. It shouldn't be a thing that's a headache. Car Gurus makes it so easy to find the right car at the right price and providing everything up front, from deal ratings to real-time price changes and complete vehicle history, because your big deal should feel like the best deal. Car Gurus will send you alerts for new listings and price drops on the cars you're looking at, so you get notified immediately and make that quick move. My friend Tim, if he had had Car Gurus, he wouldn't have lost the Macan he was looking at. He was hemming and hawing, should I get it? And then, boom, it was gone the next day. He was late. You don't want to be late. But when you're ready, Car Gurus will connect you with a dealership that you can actually trust, so the process feels clear, simple, and stress-free. Car Gurus has the biggest selection out there with more than 4 million listings. That's more than any other major online automotive marketplace in the U.S., so you can find the best deal. Car Gurus puts you in the driver's seat, literally and figuratively, with the tools, information, and data-driven deal ratings that let you shop your way. It's no wonder SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site. So buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. That's CARGURUS.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's cargurus.com.
The dream? Yeah, I mean, I should say it because I've had this idea for 10 years. So copyright, trademark, whatever. Yeah. But my goal is to, with another person, dress as the Dumb and Dumber, folks. I want to wear the colorful tuxedos, and then arrive at Pebble Beach Concours by dinghy on the beach side, and then just walk up, storm the beach, like in a non-violent way. But yeah, and then
the key is to have passes. Right. So when they try to kick you out, you just you have tickets.
Yeah, we just took a non-orthodox arrival. Yeah, but that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, but I like wetsuit or dry suit over the tux.
That would be good.
Roll back off the dinghy, scuba to shore. It's kelp forest.
That would
very
be
pretty.
Pimp.
James Bond, dun, 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 dun. And, Philip with Air Manx was like, hey, we could add to this. Have you ever jumped out of an albatross at low altitude? Now we're just boom, boom, boom.
Now, what kind of gym work do we need to do to train to jump out of a moving airplane? Like I'm
wearing scuba gear,
but yeah,
no, I'm not doing that.
And, I don't think you can do that. I mean, maybe the Navy SEALs can, but I think even they prefer helicopters.
Listen, Ken is like.
No, you know what you have to do.
I was out at I was hanging around some people this week. When it's a fine, you can.
That's true. Oh, well, the plane would land and we jump out. We wouldn't jump out while it's flying low altitude.
It could. Or it couldn't.
This is some Batman stuff, which I'm into.
Like Commando, it's like that.
Well, you have to skydive out of the plane, deploy parachute, and then when you're low over the water, you unclip parachute, drop into water, and then scuba in.
The dinghy rolls out of the back like a C-130, like a Schwarzenegger movie.
You guide it down.
Yeah, and you glide it like a squirrel suit.
Sure.
You wear it's Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise will stunt coordinate. You ride it like a squirrel suit down, and then fire it up, and now we're there.
We need Pastrana. Like he has to test this. And if he lives...
We need Scotto. Get a Zoom call together. Scotto, Pastrana.
Gymkhana 9.
Tom Cruise, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Get them all together.
That sounds really
Bruckheimer.
Fun.
Well, we're going to need Bruckheimer.
Honestly, not a bad way to die. Like, remember the guy, he's squirrel-suited into a cardboard boxes?
Of that would you die doing?
If you don't deploy a parachute and you just trust the dinghy for slowing your fall, you're dead.
Well, even squirrel suit people use a parachute.
They do.
Yeah. So you squirrel suit with the dinghy, and the last minute you cut.
Okay. I thought you meant you ride the dinghy like Indiana Jones. Remember that? Remember that in the movie? He jumps out. They're on a boat, and then they just happen to land on the downslope, which maybe technically would work, like the gentlest thing in the world.
Dude, I fucking love the stunts in Indiana Jones because they're all like so clearly done in Calabasas, and they're supposed to be like in the jungle.
Tunisia.
Dude, in Last Crusade, I just was watching Last Crusade and in the hotel, like on my trip, and dude, when they fucking exit the Zeppelin in the plane, and they get into this like motorcycle chase the Nazis, and they're in a stolen Morgan, and the motors. That whole scene is like, I'm like, was this in Thousand Oaks? Like, is this supposed to be in the Black Forest?
There's a pinkberry right there.
Like Malibu. What are we doing over here?
That's a coffee bean and tea leaf. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And now, ironically, they film everything outside the country because it's cheaper.
Yeah,
so it's
right.
cheaper to fly to Morocco than to make Thousand Oaks look like Morocco.
There's no unions. Now it's all gonna look. Does that look like Atlanta? Why does everything look like suburban Georgia?
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of suburban Georgia, I will be at the Hilton Head Concourse. It's funny. I'm supposed to take a Panamera there from Porsche. It would be more fun if I took the 918, but those aren't good miles. Like 4 hours highway each way. That's not good. That's not 918 miles. That stinks.
Nope.
That's just an uncomfortable, loud car for 4 hours.
It is.
Yeah.
Panamera will be way better for that.
Yeah. I don't even know which Panamera. I said whichever one's laying around. They're all comfy.
What a good death trap. Look at this belly tanker.
Yeah, belly tankers. Them shits is dangerous. So anyway, I'll be there. And then if you're a watch nerd like me and you're in Los Angeles, on November 8th, I will be appearing and doing a panel at the Grand Seiko. I don't think there's a website for this yet, Zach. At the Grand Seiko GS9 event. Like GS9 is their owners club. If you become a member, or you can enroll if you buy one of their watches. And is it on the calendar?
Nope.
November. All right, November.
They're behind.
Yeah, they haven't added it yet. I just got booked the gig yesterday, so look out for it. I don't want to say where it is in case they haven't published it. I don't want to blow up their spot. You know what I mean? But it was really fun 2 years ago. If you want to come this year, it's really cool. You get to see all the newest shit. They do like Japanese whiskey tastings. There's like watchmakers. You get to meet some really, really interesting people. And it's fun. It's a good time. Good sushi, as expected. So anyway, that's going on. Should we talk about my free car? Should we talk about the last 2 nights of car events here in LA? Or something else?
Let's do the car events, and then we'll do free car.
All right.
We'll ping pong.
Okay. So last night was Larry Chen's Type S event in Long Beach, Formula D. Did you post pictures on your Instagram today?
I put them on my story.
On your stories? Do they still exist? It's yo story, so I hope they do. You're right. You were right there. You were on the top of the list already. It was cool. They took over a parking garage, like full on fucking JDM style, hot boy shit. Larry was selling books. There was a lot of fucking people.
So many people. I mean, they said 10,000 people came through, and it felt like 3,000 were there while we were there. We got there. We were there from 7 to 8:30, I think.
But like a couple trends I noticed. Street glow is very much back.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't know this. I haven't been in like the scene enough, but like street glow is really back.
I think it's a lot of Type S's business, or a portion of it for sure. Just LED lighting for cars.
Yeah. So there's that. I did not see so many Supras, but I did see a ton of Skylines. Lots of Skylines.
That's true. There were only I remember seeing
old Supras.
Yeah,
there were a lot of new.
So many new Supras. I think there were 3 or 4 Mark IV Supras, but this is a rare time where the Skylines outnumber them 10-1. Yeah, for sure.
A lot of cool Hondas. That one SI that we saw that wasn't even in the show when we were leaving. That blue one, the 2000 SI.
Oh yeah.
Group. Oh, that was fabulous. And of course, Larry was just like crushing it. I saw Vin, I saw Ryan Turk, I saw Jared Deando was down there. I know Sung Kang was down there, promoting his Drifter movie. But he was like, bro, he was mobbed.
Well, they did I don't know if it was happening when we were there. I guess him and Jared and some other folks did like a fireside chat.
Yeah, they did. It was while we were walking
So
around.
That's why there was this huge crowd just gathered. We couldn't even tell what they were looking at. There were so many people.
Imagine we were trying to walk around like while those guys weren't doing that. How crazy the rest of the show would have been if all those people weren't
very
concentrated
packed
there. Yeah, super packed. And it was free. I mean, I don't know about showing a car, but certainly getting in as a pedestrian.
For showing it, they said first 100 cars that arrived were free. And then any car that arrived after that at like 4 p.m. had to pay just the normal parking garage rate.
Oh yeah, because just
whatever that is.
Because that garage is probably free during the day and costs money at night.
Maybe,
or something.
Yeah.
But it was rad. I mean, it was a really, it was very much as close as you could get, I would say, to doing a true like a JDM style parking garage show. Yeah, like in LA
for sure.
The background isn't quite the same as Tokyo, but the background is very much Vice City. So in this Long Beach port, like that is like the background.
It was effectively the same. I mean, I think the selection of cars was pretty cool. It was mostly Japanese cars, very few European cars. Like I saw one new Camaro, one old Nova, and that crazy square body truck. Yeah. Like that was a sponsored Magnuson supercharger build. I think that was it. And then the Mustang. Well, the RTR Mustangs,
I saw
of
one
course.
JDM modified Porsche. Like a 997 convertible that like was modified as if it was an Eclipse, which not hating, but that's how right? Isn't that how you would describe it?
Oh man, it was very much a third gen Eclipse convertible. Yeah,
but it was a Porsche.
Yeah, there's something the way they lowered it, the way they stretched the fenders, it just changed the proportions.
It turned it into an Eclipse. Yeah. I saw like 2 BMWs. Mostly Japanese stuff, which was and maybe 1 or 2 Volkswagens, like a little green rabbit.
The little green rabbit with what was the license plate? What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc was great. Yeah, there was some cool stuff. That Miata we saw that had. What is that body kit called?
The coupe body, the full coupe body.
Looks so good.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a fun thing. That's having your British Roadster.
Can you see if you can find out where to buy that, like how much it costs to make one of those? Guys, one more break from the action because DeleteMe is in the house. And right now the headlines are full of data breaches, regulatory rollbacks, making us all more vulnerable. But you can do something about it. Take care of yourself, folks. DeleteMe is here to make it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online. It's important to have control of this data. It is very profitable for people to essentially steal your data and sell it. That's really what's going on with these data broker websites. And as someone with an active online presence, privacy is important to me. I really do value that kind of stuff. So I got DeleteMe. It couldn't have been easier. I signed up and made an account at joindeleteme.com/tire and entered in a lot of personal information. That seems a little counterintuitive, but it has to know what to look for. DeleteMe then went to work finding and scrubbing information from data broker websites. It turns out there was over 1,000 instances of my personal data, my family's personal data out there, and so they got rid of a lot of it automatically. There were other things where I had to take a couple of clicks, do a couple of things. There was other ones where they had to file like legal notices to take it down, but they do all that. I don't really have to do much except click yes, sign here. And they keep going. It's not just one time. Every month they would send me a new report. So the first month it was like 1,100 and then it was 500 and then 300 and now we're down to like 100 each month. But it's ongoing. They're always looking out for you. It's not one and done. You can do this. It's not hard. Take control of your data. Keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe, and now it's at a special discount for our listeners. You can take 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to www.joindeleteme.com/tire and use promo code TIRE at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to www.joindeleteme.com/tire and enter code TIRE at checkout. That's www.joindeleteme.com/tire, code TIRE. And now back to the show.
Yeah, we saw it was on.
All right,
NB,
so for those, if anyone's like listening live and has it, it was an NB Miata with a full fastback rear conversion, right? I wouldn't do coupe. I would say NB Miata fastback. That's probably what that'll get us. That's it. Isn't that it? Is that that might be
basically?
That's basically the car.
Yeah, CCP fabrication fastback top.
Yeah. Okay. That's I think that looks awesome. I think
it looks really good.
It looked so like, well dude, and the one that we saw at the show that had a bit of a different nose on it, it almost had like little mini Aston Martin vibes, like a little mini DB7. It was pretty pimp, actually.
This looks exactly like the car.
Yeah, I wonder if we could build one of those where the seat is far enough. That would be the kind of like race car I would like endurance race car.
Yeah.
Just because it looks awesome.
I'm down. I think it looked. We stood there. I think the longest of any of the cars there. We just were like, that's pretty. Even from this angle, that's good.
Yeah,
from this angle, also good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. And the one in the show, oh, look at this one.
This is just unpainted, I think.
This one's unpainted, but also he's got the fastback on, but without it. Maybe it's got a removable Targa roof also.
Oh, did the
look? This guy's got a Targa roof taken off, which is pretty slick.
It's from Panos.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
It's pretty cool though. I really like it.
Yeah, me too.
That's fun. So that was a good event. And then we also went to race service to check out the new RTRs, one of which I thought it was coming yesterday. It's coming next Sunday.
Okay.
So, which we're going to be storing it while it's in LA here at West Side. But actually, Zach and I will get to, that's the one from Car and Driver, get to make a video with it. But this is the new 4-cylinder one, which is kind of cool. It's like an EcoBoost, and it gets big brakes from the GT Performance pack. It gets some like different chassis things from the Dark Horse. It's got the drift brake programming, and it's an EcoBoost. So I actually am kind of stoked to drive this. I haven't driven an EcoBoost Mustang since like 2017 at all.
I think me too. Yeah. I think we rented one for something a long time ago.
Yeah.
I wonder how much lighter it is. Like how much lighter? Let me look it up. How much lighter the EcoBoost Mustang is?
I don't know. It's probably pretty light. The last time I drove one, I was like, okay, but it wasn't that interesting. JR seemed pretty stoked on this one though, and then he's also got one that's 810 horsepower, which is the GT based one with a Whipple on it, and then there's this other crazy one that's coming out that really looks a lot like the RTR with like a crazy wide body on it. It doesn't have inboard suspension the way the RTR does, but it has sort of the same aesthetic and a lot of power and other things.
Quick Google says the EcoBoost Mustang should weigh 150 to 200 pounds less than a GT.
In the nose.
Equivalent. So with equivalent equipment. So that could make it feel pretty interesting in the corners.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet if you put square stance on one, I bet it would turn in like real nice.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
The
party
good.
was fun at race service. They had the In-N-Out truck out there.
Yeah.
I swear, the In-N-Out truck burgers, maybe because it was just so close from the grill to my hand, were like better than in a restaurant.
I agree. I don't really like In-N-Out. I do not go to the restaurant voluntarily ever, but I was hungry there. But that burger, maybe I was hungry. It just hit the spot, and I was like, this is pretty solid.
I will only eat In-N-Out on the road as like a kind of an only option, and I don't get the fries.
Yeah, they're terrible.
It's
like pasta.
They're limp. You have to watch Carl's In-N-Out review from when he came out to LA and we took him to In-N-Out. His In-N-Out review is so spot on. It's still on YouTube. It's amazing. I probably watch it once a year, and he nailed it so much. I just get what he said to get based on his, and he was right. You skip the fries, and you either get double animal style and a vanilla shake, or 2 single cheeseburgers animal style and a vanilla shake.
Interesting.
That's the move.
I'll watch that video.
Yeah.
His restaurant. I was going to say takedowns. Analyses are very funny.
No, they're not
accurate.
takedowns. I think he's incredibly complimentary to restaurants that somebody of his comedic caliber could easily shit on, but because he's a fucking a back of house kind of guy. Like, there's a lot of things he said like that Olive Garden did well. There was things he liked at Applebee's. There's things he liked. I mean, he said that. About McDonald's, like any chef in the world would kill to make fries like this, like stuff like that. He also said that about the fillet of fish that it tasted like the fish volunteered to be in this sandwich, which is kind of crazy and funny.
Oh yeah.
But his when he shits on something, it's brutal. So it's really fun. Right. So the RTR thing was awesome. The cars seem pretty cool. Can't wait to drive them. And
yeah.
JR is fun.
The 800 horsepower one. I just like the wing on it looked good. The color choice was good. Mm-hmm. They put the right parts on there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was nice. Okay. So I got a free car. And I finally brought photos of it so I can actually talk about it. And bear in mind, this is going to be the before of a project car. So start with that second row, the last one down there. There. So,
imported. That's weird. Stand by.
Boo. So Hannah's aunt and uncle, Aunt Liz and Uncle Phil. She has an Uncle Phil. Wanted to get rid of their 1994 Mercedes E320 Cabriolet. And when I was a kid, and these were new. Do you know that this car in 1994, unadjusted for inflation, was $85,000?
Unadjusted?
Unadjusted. This was an $85,000 car in 1994. These things were insanely expensive. They were essentially the price of SLs.
Wow.
Yeah. And so they were like, when I was growing up, like rich people drove these things. And I always thought they were kind of cool. Biggie Smalls rolled one of these in Brooklyn in one of the videos. And obviously, I mean, today, not much to look at, right? It's a whatever 124 cab. You see them around, no size. But I thought this one it's two owners, and but Aunt Liz and Uncle Phil have had it for like 12 years, 13 years. And it's only 60,000 miles. But it's sat outside in their house in Florida for the last couple of years, under like a carport, but pretty much outside. Runs, drives, okay, but it's pretty scruffy. So we were talking to, and you can scroll through it's red, which is nice. I mean, red is a good color, I think. It does need to be repainted, but I don't think it needs a color change.
Adjusted for inflation, thanks to the chat, is $185. So that is, and I'm looking right now at Mercedes convertibles to see what they sell that is similar.
No, you need an SL63 to get that much.
Yeah.
They don't sell in a 4.
Yeah, the SL63 starts at $187.
Yeah.
And an SL53, or they don't make that, SL43 starts at $112. This is, wow, very expensive.
This was an expensive car. So, I mean, we just sold at Westside a pretty good one for like $25,000. A good one is $25,000. This one I could probably get 7 or 8 for as it sits as a project, but I don't want to do that. So I was talking to Shant of CMS Motorsports, who's fucking AMG, the guy. He's nuts. I mean, their body work is beautiful, but also he's nuts. And so we were thinking of doing a fun cruiser project, and I said, I want to make this is the same chassis as the E500. I said, I want to make the E500 that never existed. He was like, oh, done. Easy. So, if we don't have to color change, that's great. But basically, we get a complete 500 powertrain with a 5-speed automatic. You can get the E500 OEM suspension or aftermarket suspension. You get some nice wheels. You do the front clip, the entire front fenders and nose. You get OEM Mercedes E500, goes right on. The doors are the doors you don't need to change. The rear 3/4, you have to make from these, but they were like, no problem, because we don't want to, it's a wide body, it's not a wide body. It's like, just like the E500, like subtle. And then you do the rear E500 rear bumper, and then you're essentially done. And then, and look, our rear bumper's fucking
got a hole in it.
Yeah, it's got a fucking hole in it. The front bumper does too. So like, fortunately, the panels that we would keep are in really good shape. And the panels that we're throwing away, we're fucking throwing away. The power, it runs and drives. It drives better than it looks. But we're throwing all that away, or maybe we'll sell the engine, sell the gearbox, but basically throw it away. And go to the interior. The interior is complete, not terrible, actually.
Yeah, your dashboard is not cracked.
The dashboard's not cracked. The wood isn't totally fucked. The steering wheel is in okay shape. But we would retrim essentially everything, like some we'd do
crazy color.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It would be fun. SoCal good time. It's red, black leather. Put a cool stereo in it. I don't know if the E500 had different seats from the regular, but whatever it is, do the right ones. The top works, which is great. That's fucking, though, if the top didn't work, that could be problematic. So pretty sure we can do this project reasonably economically using this car.
I was looking up seats,
so.
sorry.
Oh, yeah. I think they're the same. I don't think
they look pretty much the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the bolsters look different.
Really? Maybe the backs are different.
I think the E500 had slightly more bolstering on both the seat and the back.
Well, I really like the fucking Euro Recaros of that period that everybody was doing too. Like, that could be fun.
That'd be rad.
And also, my stupid back, a good seat is important.
Have to have a good seat.
So I would take out this weird, this like not tufted, but the
oh yeah.
What do you call that leather?
Door card curtain. I don't.
It's like Porsche, they call it like luxury leather or something. I fucking hate it.
That's the perfect description of it, because that's what it's trying to be.
Yeah.
It's just like, look, we added leather here.
It's when the leather's it's not loose, but it's like soft and wavy.
It's
not quilted.
It looks like a curtain to me.
Tough.
It looks like a curtain hanging across a stage.
Yes,
and
that's exactly.
It's draped.
It
looks exactly like the curtain in our
back
office.
curtain. That's got to go. And you get the tartan, you do bus fabric, or some fucking, it would look amazing. Ditch the burl wood, replace that with something fun. It'd be so fun if you replace the burl wood with like acrylic, like the shift knob and the Manx, but like with like a scene in it.
Oh yeah, like a comic type thing, comic book type thing. That'd be cool. Like fun. A diorama.
An
acrylic diorama that's like quarter-inch thick.
Right. So anyway, like, little cruiser. So this is not, the driver's seat's pretty fucked. If this photo, when you show the passenger seat first, it makes the interior look better than it is. And when you show the driver's seat first, it makes the interior look worse than it is.
Yeah, it looks like the skin of a person who lived in the desert for 80 years. You're missing a knob on the left side of the driver's side backrest.
Yeah.
There's a cut in the back itself.
Yeah, there's a tear in it. The driver's seat is no bueno. We don't, it could probably be repaired. It probably doesn't need to be thrown away, but like, ew. But anyway, I think a cool cruiser for a little while could be fun.
Well, this is you can make a comfortable Manx. More comfortable. Like, truly, Manx has no windows.
Yeah.
And if you can do this with whimsy and stuff, but it has windows and a locking trunk and that kind of thing.
And we looked up the hard top. Didn't we do it together?
Yeah. It looks good.
It looks amazing.
It's very good.
Sean said they're really hard to find and they're really expensive. Okay. Almost none of them were sold in America.
Wow.
You got to get them from Europe, and then it's like ship them, and who fucking knows. So probably not worth it. Because what happens is you put the hard top on, you still have to like exercise the convertible top anyway, and then you have to take the thing off. And blah, blah.
And you have to store the top. Well, space isn't a problem.
I said, what if we like get rid of the top entirely and make like a speedster tonneau, like a two-door it, And he was like, "You mean like chop the wheelbase?" I was like, "No, but like make a
fill it in."
Yeah, fill it in with something. I don't know.
With that, well, it's got a back seat, right?
Yeah.
So that cover might be so long that the proportions would look weird.
That's true. It would.
Like, let's go. You know, you'd be a big tonneau.
It would look weird. You know how it would look awesome is if you put the front seats in the back seats and just extended everything rearward to give it like a super long nose, like an Excalibur.
You know what? I actually take it back because long buttresses look better than short ones. And so if the buttress went from like here to here and wasn't too tall, I don't know. We need someone's got to Photoshop it first.
That. Yeah.
It's a bold idea though. You know what you're doing? You're building the German version of the SN95 Speedster thing you want. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You want to paint it yellow?
No, I don't want yellow. I don't want yellow. Do you like this red, or should we go for a different red? Because the thing is with the color change, it's like the door jambs and the engine bay and shit. So like, but we could change the red without really having to paint the door jambs and the engine bay. It wouldn't look that stupid.
That's true. I think I need to see it polished up.
Yeah,
because like here it's got a little pink to it. Here it's more red. You know, fire truck red from the front. It's got a little pink from the rear 3/4.
Once upon a time, this thing was fire truck red. It's that awesome red that a Mercedes from that period that's painted that color today that's really good. It brings a lot more money. Oh. It's a popular color. It's a very rich
right. I've
red.
seen on SLs a lot.
Yeah.
Then I think maybe it polishes up really nice because painting the car.
Oh, we have to paint the car.
You have to paint the car anyway.
Oh, yeah. It's just a matter of like, but painting it the same color is way cheaper than changing the color.
Yes.
That's what I mean. I think the color's fine. I would keep the color.
I would too.
You know.
Painting your engine bay, I mean, there's a reason my engine bay is blue. It's really expensive.
Yeah, but we're taking the engine out anyway.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the engine's coming out anyway.
Oh, I mean, look, it's...
I think the color, if we paint it the good red, it'll look good.
Then that's what matters. Like, it's what you want. And if I'm not saying I don't like this color, I'm saying it's literally what you want. The engine's out. I mean, it's no better time. But the red is a great red. The Mercedes red looks awesome. It looks like any good bright red. So keep it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. And then it's more period correct. Otherwise, I think you have to go crazy mint chocolate, not mint chocolate, like, mint green something. Sexual chocolate
mint
purple.
Green would be.
Right.
Or it's black and, we might change the color of the interior. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Fucking sky's the limit.
You got a lot of decisions to make.
But this is a next year project because we have to free up some finances first. This is going to be but anyway, the car has arrived.
Spend Hannah's money that she just got.
Yeah, right? Baby, you get to get the front yard
She
done.
fought for it for 2 years and you're like, I'll take that. Thank you.
Were you there when I told Zuckerman that Zuckerman came out to Willow Springs with Spike and them, and I was like, Zuckerman, guess what? Hannah won her case. She fucking beat Elon, fucking all this, I'm so proud of her. And he goes, half of that's yours. And I was like, oh yeah, he's like communal property.
Right, yeah. That's right.
He's like, you supported her when she was out. I was that's like,
so
oh
funny.
Shit.
Unless it depends on the terms of your prenup, but that's funny.
That's fucking cold.
I do that with Sarah a lot where she's like, can I have some of your water? And I go, well, half of it's yours.
Yeah. But I think this will be a fun one to freight train around in.
Totally. Yeah.
And Sean says the E500 complete E500 powertrain costs nothing.
What do you think about air suspension?
I think a lot about air suspension on this car. I think this is an example where air suspension is definitely warranted.
Yes.
Because then I do think that,
park it, look good. Yep. Just drop it.
Yeah. I also think it's an example where hydraulics are warranted if we wanted to
make it bounce.
I've always kind of wanted to do that.
But those ride like garbage. Like there's when you're going down the road.
Oh yeah, that's no good. That's no good. Yeah. So
cool.
Yeah, buddy. I'm very excited for this free Benzito.
I think keep it red. Just the thought of pulling out all these seams to paint the door jambs.
Yeah, no,
forget it.
Red. I don't mind. I like red. Mm-hmm. Red's fun.
Me too.
Red on Mercedes is good. That's good. That's fucking. I made it red.
That's so funny because then if someone gets a red Ferrari, which is like the most I made it red in the world, people are like,
because they're all red. If all the Mercedes were red, it would be boring.
True.
It's all the Mercedes are black and silver, so red is good.
That's true.
Right?
Dare to be different, children. Awesome. Yeah.
Yep. All right, cool. So free car. That's fun.
Free car.
Let's go to the people. Unless, do you have anything else we need to cover today?
I don't think.
No?
We're at 45 minutes. No.
I'm happy to go to the people because they have a lot to say. The Patreons, we love them over there. Patreon.com/The Smoking Tire Podcast. It's how you listen to the live stream. It's how you get the show before anybody else. It's how you get the show without ads. It's how you contribute to the show with questions. It's how you get to have us read off the funny names that you made. And it's how you get early and exclusive access to collabs and such. Oh, speaking of collabs and such, the next Notice project is on the way. It's happening. It's in process, designs. But on a recent episode, I teased the possibility of doing one more color of the canyon, which we're gonna do. It won't be available until March. Which probably means April, but which is good because it is a spring summer color. It's not a fall winter color anyway. So if you hadn't gotten one of the watches and you want a color that is very much me and approved by all of my friends that I've showed it to so far who've said they want one, prepare yourself.
Have I seen this color?
Yes, I think. No, I don't know. Actually, if you've seen it, you've seen all the colors? I thought.
You made the. Well, I don't want to say you made this one, right? Yeah.
Don't blow it up.
Okay.
But I'll show it to you when we're done.
All
right. Anyway, so there is another color coming, and it is going to be very fun, and I'm very excited. But all the other colors are fully sold out.
Oh, I've seen it. It looks good.
Oh yeah, it's the one that's not up there, and not the one I gave to my mom.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Dakar, all the Porsches. Should I get a sports car even though I live in a place... Wait, can you make it zoom in a little, Zach? Should I get a sports car even though I live in a place with mostly open highway and straight arterial roads? Florida. I'm struggling to balance what I want versus what makes the most sense for where I live. Tough call, and I hear you. Let me just say... Floridians don't seem to have much trouble with this.
Sports cars everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, look, you can still enjoy a sports car on highways. You know, maybe you can't enjoy it as much as if there's corners, but like a 911 or a Corvette or a Ferrari 296 or a Cayman is still a lovely thing on a highway.
Mm-hmm. And so much of it is about how you feel walking out to it, getting in, starting it, driving out, and just knowing you're in this thing that you like a lot.
Yeah, and like sports car is a big world. Like maybe you should get a GT car. Maybe you should get a front engine sports car that's more for highways. I mean, maybe instead of a Ferrari 458, you get an F12 or something like that. Maybe instead, so you look at a GT, a Bentley GT or something where that'll make sense for the kind of driving that you're doing, more so than a twisty, a Miata on highway. I would say probably don't do that.
Yeah.
Like if you're talking about like a little 4-cylinder slow car fast type, I don't know why I keep putting my glass back on. Slow car fast type car, like nah. Muscle car, Mustang, Camaro, there's a highway car, Vipers, highway car, Corvette, front engine Corvettes, rear engine Corvettes, mid engine Corvettes, whatever, highway cars, like those are all fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bush did 997, got married last weekend. Congratulations. Wife gifted me the Rolex Oyster Perpetual. That is fucking superb. Your wife has great taste. This is my foray into nice watch ownership. Can you give me a rundown on best practices? Wow. Best practices. Okay. Let's assume the watch is brand new. I assume it's brand new. You have a 5-year warranty. Rolexes are my favorite watches because they're so durable. You can wear that watch every day, even if you're a fucking construction worker, for the rest of your life. Like that's why they cost so much money. And that's been my experience with them. You can treat them really badly and it's fine. and in fact makes them better. So my first best practice is wear that motherfucker. Don't store it away in a box just to keep it shiny. If it really is, it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but like, if it gets scratched, like, okay, like, whatever, fucking move on, live your life. Like, one day you'll have a kid and you'll be able to tell the story of that scratch, and they'll want the watch because of that scratch. Servicing, this is a very easy to service watch. Do not get it serviced every 5 years. Wear it until it stops keeping good time, and then get it serviced. Parts availability is not an issue. Just, you'll probably get 10 years, 12 years before it starts running a little funny. You take it in, you get it serviced, whatever. And for cleaning it, if you wear it a lot, you do want to clean it. Hand soap, like liquid hand soap, and an old soft toothbrush, both sides, in between. Wear it in the shower once in a while. Get some shampoo up in there. Nothing to it. Absolutely nothing to it. Wear it, beat the absolute shit out of it, and enjoy. And congratulations on getting married. Waymo hand jobs from women I hardly know. What other automotive journalist has the most influence on your opinions? Have you ever formed an opinion about a car and had a conversation with another journalist and then changed your mind about it on the next drive? Interesting question. Zach, do you have one?
I think it's definitely happened. I'm just trying to remember in a specific example. Like, I know there's been times where I've disliked something about a car, talked to someone who I trust their opinion, and they go, maybe they entered the corner like this, or they pointed out something, I don't know, and then I go, oh, okay, and I just approach it differently, and they went, oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I once told Chris Harris that something couldn't be done in a car, and then he proved to me that actually it could. I just wasn't good enough at driving. And, okay, and so to a certain degree, I trust what Chris has to say about cars. Mm-hmm. Having said that, Chris talks a lot about what cars are like beyond the limit. If you can't drive like that, that may not apply to you at all. So nobody is gospel. But when I'm listening, when I'm hearing opinions from other people about cars, I'm usually paying attention to the people that I know are really fast. If you're really fast and we're at dinner at the press launch and I'm listening to hear if we end up in the same place. Sure. And actually less so the fucking me, less so the other journalists than the racing drivers. You go to fucking Spain, do you believe me, at dinner, I am sitting my ass down next to Jörg Bergmeister and I am not getting up. Like, you know what I mean? That's where you want to be. Or like, if you're lucky enough to sit down next to like the head of chassis development.
Definitely.
Or something like that, man, can you learn some shit. So like, that's where I've had my mind changed more by the engineer that developed the system I was questioning than by another journalist.
I feel like it ping pongs, like, because sometimes I'm skeptical that, the engineer, of course, is going to paint the brightest picture, and they're going to say, well, we did this because we did this because we did this. But you can definitely learn a lot from talking to them, of course. Like when I sat next to the head engineer for the ZR2 Buffalo Bison Edition, and he pulled a fucking shock valve out of his pocket, and he's like, here's the 15 things in this valve we can change. I was blown away. It was so cool to see what they could do. That was very educational.
But I mean, if you want me to name people, Chris, Jethro, Andrew Frankel, they're all British.
I trust Jack a lot because they do a lot of track testing now.
Jack,
and he's a good driver.
Me and Jack agree a lot on stuff. Yep. Although he's a little less generous than me. He's a little bit of a harsher critic sometimes, which is funny because he also makes, films that are in participation with the OEMs, more than I do. So that's a fine line to dance. But we're going to be together on 911 Turbo launch. But yeah, he's a very good driver, absolutely, for sure. Sergeant Macaroni, Rolex watchmaker here. All right. I bought the Canyon Black Pearl, and I'm super impressed with the dial and fit and finish on the watch after working on only Rolex for years now. That is such a nice compliment. Thank you very much for saying that. I'm really glad you're impressed by it. Unrelated question. Do we have any plans of reviewing the Honda Passport Trailsport? Can you get a photo of that?
Sure.
I mean, dude, honestly, like I wouldn't do it for a video. Nobody would watch it. But that's not to say that I wouldn't grab one for a few days and hit the trail just to see how it goes. And for like Instagram, like I would do that. Does it have like real off-road capability, or is it just like some knobbies? Increased cloud clearance, improved ride angle. Does it have
Just their tagline of the Lowe's on the car driver.
Lowe's, calling it slow is overselling. A lot heavier than before and not that practical. Well, Car and Driver was not impressed. But, I mean, I would have a go. I would have a go. Is it a V6? It's the V6. God, that thing is chugging along, huh? 3.5 liter V6, 285 horsepower. Now with 10 gears.
4,800 pounds.
They just keep adding gears. Now it's got 10 gears. They just keep adding gears.
4,800 pounds with 285 horsepower.
Yeah, it's not fast.
I don't know. Yeah, but we could try and take it up the hill. Wait, what transmission's in this thing?
10-speed automatic, dude.
Okay.
But is it a transverse or is it longitudinal? If this has got a Haldex fucking gearbox, dude, it's not going to be good at off-roading. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but I wouldn't buy that Trailsport thing with those tires for like on-road use. Like that's just not going to be as nice to drive as regular tires.
Standard all-wheel drive, torque vectoring rear diff. I don't know. We can try it.
All right, we'll try it. We'll call Honda. I'll make a note. We'll call Honda for you.
We'll say, hey, Honda, Sergeant Macaroni.
We'll start it like a Top Gear segment. We've gotten a letter from Sergeant Macaroni. Passport Trailsport. All right. We'll find some dirt. Rolex LT Lariat King Ranch for a daily driver driven on twisty roads for my commute in the Catskills. Should I get dedicated summer and winter tires or all weather like Michelin Cross Climate? Dude, if your budget can do summer and winter, you should. Also, like my daily, for a daily that is driven on twisty roads, like if your daily is like a
Honda Accord.
A Honda Accord. And you don't have to drive below freezing very often. I mean, the Catskills, you probably do. The thing about winter tires in the Catskills, if it doesn't need to be snowy, if it's cold, you're going to have summer tire grip with your winter tires, even if it's dry.
Yeah.
Like driving on winter tires in the cold is so awesome.
The rubber is softer at that temperature. It spreads out. It grips the ground better. And summer tires will do the opposite effect when it's too cold. They're very hard. They slip a lot more. It's not a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can look this up on Tire Rack or somewhere. Like there's a temperature window, that tires operate in and that they are safe at. I think PS4s, it's down to like 45 or something. It's pretty low, which is good. But if you're driving below that, they'll be very hard and very slippery.
Yeah. That's all we got on that. But Stu Dog, this is a tough question, okay? And I'm going to read the question. I'm going to try to answer the question. But for anyone listening, if you plan on asking a question like this in the future, I do need a little more info in order to really be helpful. My dad finally wants to invest in a nice watch for himself. A one-and-done watch for a man in his late 50s. What do you recommend? Budget, $6,000 range. I've been steering him towards Omega, Tudor, and Grand Seiko. That's a great budget for a one-and-done watch. You're going to get a Swiss or very high-end Japanese watch or medium high-end German watch. It's the kind of watch that will last forever. You can get something that looks great with every outfit. I assume that's what you mean by one and done. So you're probably talking about something that is in the general genre of what I'm wearing right now, which is the Grand Seiko bamboo dial. 40 millimeter steel sport watch that can handle some water resistance, that can handle, T-shirt and jeans working outside, that can go good with a sport jacket, all the way up to just below tuxedo. That's pretty, tuxedo you don't really want to, if you're really fancy, you don't want to even wear a steel Rolex. That's leather strap and thin and all that fancy shit. But like $6,000, you're starting with Omega, Tudor, and Grand Seiko. Bro, right in the wheelhouse. But there's a bunch of other shit too. There's Cartier, there's Panerai, there's any number of there's going to be like, I don't know if you might be able to get into some Zenith. You can probably get into a bunch of Oris and Chris Ward, and like there's so many companies sell, like that 5 is where like Omega, Tudor, and Grand Seiko start to get interesting. But that's also like the very high end of those brands right below. That's like, so the question is, do you want to get the watch equivalent of a let's call it a Honda Accord, okay, fully loaded, the extended leather, the good wheels, everything, bells and whistles. You got a $35,000 car, you've optioned it up to $48,500, the high end, fully loaded shit. Or do you want to get an entry level Lexus that doesn't have special wheels and that doesn't have special paint, and that's kind of the comparison. So like Omega, Tudor, and Grand Seiko sounds like you want an entry level Lexus. Totally cool, and start there and just see what he likes looking at on his wrist. I mean, that's kind of, from there, it's like what feels good, what looks good. Does he have a big wrist, a small wrist? Does he like fucking green or black or blue or blah, 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 blah? But you're going in the right direction. Alternatively, you could go in the other direction and go Bell & Ross, Baume & Mercier, Mont Blanc, these other type of like Longines, like entry-level Swiss brands, and you could buy the very top of that. Maybe Breitling. You get a Breitling for $5,000. That'll last you a long time if he's a Navy Air pilot type. Yeah. A lot of options at that price point, though. You're really shopping at that price point. Actually, there's like so many options at that price point that I see how one could have trouble choosing. Like every Swiss company that isn't Rolex makes a watch at that price point.
And they all make, 3-dial watches, whatever they're called. Like
everyone's got a chronograph. Yeah. Everyone's got a.
So it's like, what does he like?
Yeah. Like every company has like their version of the Royal Oyster Perpetual, like the 3-hander, blah, blah, Omega Aquaterra, blah, blah, blah. Same shit. Christian says, could you do a video with Doug swapping each other's cars, or a collab Countach video? We talked about this, and then my car got taken apart. So, like, when my car is back together, like we are.
They'd feel very different now.
Well, He also wants to know, he wants to see mine after the full bushings and everything is done. And also, his is a carbureted car, mine's an injected car. No, I would totally do a Countach video with Doug. It's just that my car's been in pieces for fucking years. Did you go back to the photos of the red Mercedes? Did you see the Countach in the background?
Yeah.
It got moved. We put it over in the other building because it's going, yeah, there it is. We put it in the other building because it's going to Damien's like soon. Is it in any of the other photos? I don't think it made it.
I don't think so.
Is there a front on photo? Did I get one? No. Nope. Oh, there it is. It's back there. For the record, for anyone looking at this, I have to say for the record, these photos there are 0 customer cars in those fucking photos. Those are not customer cars. Those are my fucking staff's cars.
Yeah, well, I see. Okay. Is this Vinny?
Yes, that's Vinny's. That's
daily driver.
Yeah, those are their staff cars.
Okay,
that's Phil's truck. Yeah, and that fucking that silver. That's a Ferrari 550 that got picked up. It was literally there because it was getting picked up today. That's my new building that I haven't started renovating yet, but because me. Fucking, I want to sell the spaces and all my shit ends.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Goes in there. I can't wait till the new building this is so funny. It's like the fisherman on the dock where I'm going to have my own area. I could have just had my own, like 7 years ago, I could have just bought a little tiny building and had my own area. Instead, I got to have this giant fucking thing, a whole operation just so I can have my own area. Finally. It's crazy. In a Boxster to the left. Getting rid of my Z4 M40 manual after it got into an accident and somehow barely affected the value. Hell motherfucking yeah, cut and run. I ordered a Ranger Raptor as I wanted something more practical, and there aren't many good roads in Florida for driving, but there are good trails. Any other vehicles you'd think of for the money? I need something respectable to pick up clients every once in a while. I mean, dude, Ranger Raptors are cool.
Yeah. They're very comfortable.
Yeah, you're only like, your competition is like a TRD Pro, you know, or I guess maybe a Defender.
I mean, I don't know how your clients feel out there, but I think a Ranger Raptor, when you keep them clean, is a totally nice modern car inside and is respectable enough. I mean, if these are super high net worth people, I mean, they might have one anyway for like a ranch truck. Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. That's a weird question because a Defender is fancier. So, but it depends on the optics.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a real estate agent. So, I mean, and how often do you drive these folks around? Like, how much are you going to change your purchasing and what you want in a vehicle for something that's occasional?
Yeah. I think there's nothing. I think a Ranger Raptor is a very respectable vehicle. Alternatively, maybe you want to look at a Land Cruiser, but I don't think a Land Cruiser is as interesting as a Ranger Raptor. Mm-mm. Not as fun. You can't get into an Octa. Those are really expensive. Is anyone else making a vehicle that is Raptor-y?
Passport Trail, not Trail Boss, Trail Manager. What was it called?
Trail Sport. Noah says, looking to buy a new BRZ TS, but with price hikes, they're hitting $40K. Is the upgrade worth it versus the limited at $37? I live in downtown Portchester. Shout out to Portchester. Drive mostly for pleasure. Something else I should consider. Man, $40K? I forget what you get with the TS.
I'm looking
Can
you
remind
now.
me? Something tells me it was like...
I think it was like Brembos and seats.
I mean, Brembos certainly are a good upgrade that I would say is probably worthwhile. By the way, I love fucking Portchester. Portchester is one of my favorite places in the world. And is also the DUI capital of the universe because the bars close in Greenwich at 2 p.m. on one side of the river, and they close at 4 p.m. in Portchester, so the other side of the river. So if you want to see a real fucking shit show, 2:15 a.m. in Portchester is the place to be.
All right, the TS you get, this is from a Subaru dealership. You get STI-tuned suspension. I think it did have different dampers. When we drove it a few years ago, maybe it's changed, but it had like Sachs front dampers or all four. And you get Brembos, and that's all that they list.
Don't you get PS4S tires as well?
Let's see.
You might get that on
the Limited comes with PS4s.
Okay.
And the TS, Brembos, mirrors,
all right.
ultra suede seats.
For $3,000?
I don't know.
Honestly, I mean, good brakes are good.
Good brakes are good.
Good brakes are good. Good factory tuned, good dampers are good. I mean, honestly, those are two things you might want to upgrade later, and it would cost you more to upgrade them, and you would also devalue the car by upgrading them versus getting the highest performance one that the factory will sell you and leaving it alone. I think money in, money out, you only spend about $1,000 net on that. I bet it holds value better than the other one, and I bet if you can stop yourself from messing with it and leave it stock versus ending up modifying the other one, you'd be in better shape.
I would, if you can, it sounds like you're buying it new, go test drive both in your area. Because if the roads, I don't know what the roads are, like some of the roads in New York are great, some are garbage.
Well, no, I mean, look, in Portchester, like the city roads fucking blow, and you're 5 minutes from the amazing Greenwich back roads
where the
like,
good suspension
where my parents live, and and good suspension matters. I'd rather in that part of the world, I'd rather have. I'd want a car that rides well, and I would edge it 75-25 towards handling because there really are like proper corners there. Is that a Buick? Says no. I don't have the answer. There's apparently an issue with a Kia EV6 subwoofer being out of phase. That sucks.
Whatever this is.
Factory wiring error in subwoofer. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they just have to rewire it.
Reversing a few wires, running to the Meridian subwoofer fixes it.
All right. Easy fix.
Easy fix, but are most people buying the EV6 like wanting to rewire their own stereo? I mean, hopefully you just bring it to the dealership.
No, you bring it to the dealer and they do it.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's funny.
That's a oopsie daisy.
Hey, all fuck ups should be that insignificant, right? Okay, I currently own Rick says I own a 13 Lexus GS350 F Sport and a 2019 SL. Considering consolidating into one not boring sedan. I drive roughly 40,000 miles a year, so reliability is the most important. Last week, I mentioned that the ES350 F Sport was pretty not terrible, and Zach said forever ingrained in his mind. That was 5 years ago, and you've driven other cars since. What sets this car apart from the rest of the pedestrian vehicles? I mean, yes, it was 5 years ago, and I couldn't tell you what they've changed since then. I have no idea.
Neither do I.
I mean, all I could tell you was I drove it right after we had the Lexus LS at the time. And
the old LS or the new one?
Whatever they were selling then.
Gotcha. I just want to make, not the one we owned, the one.
No. The current LS from that. And the ES, it was shockingly similar to drive, considering it was front-wheel drive. The ride and handling were just as good as the LS. It had more rear seat room because it didn't have a tunnel. It was front-wheel drive based. It didn't really matter that it was front or wheel drive based because those cars aren't good at like pushing the limits anyway. But I remember having good steering, good braking, good ride and handling, and just being a generally very pleasant thing to drive around.
I'm realizing that I liked the GS350 F Sport. The ES, I don't think I drove. I think I edited the video. So the ES is not seared in my mind. The GS was seared in my mind. The GS was
rad.
That was rad. It was felt like a more reliable M5.
Mm-hmm. No, the ES isn't like mind-blowing, but it is a good handling car, and it's the ES. It's they're like unkillable, those fucking
Sarah's mom has one. It's a 2012.
Yeah.
It feels brand new.
Yeah.
Like it's kept clean, and it's a hybrid. It still works. It gets good mileage. There is not a rattle, squeak, or anything in that car. So I think if you're doing 40,000 miles per year, I would want something that is very comfortable. The seats are formed to me perfectly or very adjustable, very supportive, and something that is just going to be as little maintenance as possible. So if you already have, Rick, you already have a GS350. You're pretty familiar with, Lexus interiors and stuff. So I think the question is, would you mind if it was front wheel drive? And it's about the same size as the GS, the ES?
They're as close as makes no difference. Do they even make the GS anymore? Mm-hmm. They don't make the GS. I don't think they make the GS anymore, dude. I haven't seen that in a minute.
I mean, it seems like a great thing to commute long distance in.
Yeah. Ammo spit on that thing. I'm looking for a replacement for my M235. Considering a 240i, 340i, as well as a Giulia Veloce, which is the 2-liter one. I've never driven one of those. Have you?
No. Only Johnny had one or drove. I think he owned one, and he said he liked it a lot. That's as much as I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the newer Giulias, like the ones for the last 3 years or 4 years, since about 2020, I think the quality's gone up.
Yeah.
Compared to the earlier ones. So I don't know. If you like your 235, that's a good option. Audi S3s are ones I always seem to recommend to people. They're lovely. Same with honestly, Q5s. Q5s are nice.
I think we would need to know more about what you do with your car. Like an M235 can be a nice small GT cruiser for someone, or if you're 25 or 30 and into mods, you could be turning it into a 600 horsepower Canyon missile. So that'll also determine. I think the S3 is such a great all-around vehicle.
Yeah.
That does so many things well.
Tim A says, are 981 Boxster and Caymans the best used Porsche value? People say they're slow, but they're now more special because they have an NA flat 6, and it's essentially the same car as the 718 in terms of interior and experience. I mean, those things are both true. I mean, a base 981 Boxster Cayman is pretty slow. I mean, it does sound good, but that's a pretty slow car. I drove one as a press car and it was slow. But I'd rather have the slow 6-cylinder than a base 2-liter turbo. So you're not wrong. And they are somewhat similar. I mean, pretty similar to the 718s, especially if you're talking about a GT4, versus a GT4 or a Spider. No, the Spider's different. The 718 Spider's different. But yeah, they I don't know about becoming. I mean, they've been a good value for a few years now. So, I mean, I don't know percentage-wise if a 997 is a better value than a box. I don't know about that, but they've been a good value for a minute. So are they still a good value? Absolutely. Yeah. And they will be for a while. But now that, they're going to be less so for a little bit now that they've stopped making the 6-cylinder. So, or stopped making the 718. So for a minute, for a little bit, really nice 981s are going to float. Anyway, Buick LeSabre. Oh.
Buick LeSabre-tooth tiger.
Pick my Turo. Okay. I need a car for a few days for the Gran Turismo World Tour. I don't know what that is, but okay. Is that for the racing series? Is that for the...
I guess. I don't know.
Many options around the same price. Integra A-Spec. No. Current Gen S4. Integra A-Spec and current Gen S4 are the same price.
The Integra A-Spec is nice, but it is so
That's not a
slow.
Type S. That's an A-Spec.
I know. I drove it.
2022 Z4? No. 2022 M2? Maybe. Miata RF? No. Your luggage won't fit.
Yep.
718 Boxster? Possibly. I would say he's doing canyons. He's driving the K1 circuit. He's driving around. I would say M2 or Boxster, leaning towards Boxster.
I agree. Especially if the weather is decent. You can put the top down and do that whole LA thing and look at palm trees and stuff. Yeah. I would go for Boxster, depending on where you live. Or M2 is just a little quieter, a little more comfortable.
If it's just you, I would definitely go Boxster. You got your 2 trunks. You got your power top. That's what I would do. I think there's no better Turo car than a 718 Boxster, period. Because they're fucking $120. He's talking about that being the same price as a fucking Integra.
A-Spec.
A-Spec, come on. Oh, updated Dre from Houston. We got the Taycan 4 back with this Lazarus level rebuild from Porsche. Okay. Before the new battery pack install, full charge was 250 miles. Now it's 300 plus. So his old battery was shit, and his new battery is good.
Nice.
It's the 2025 battery pack, which is better. So, dude, someone's gonna have to talk me out of buying another Taycan when this one's done, because these things rule. Okay. Tale of the Puff the Magic Dragon. I don't.
What is this?
I don't really want to talk about that.
Okay.
Sorry. It's a P. Cody question, and it gets too much into what won or didn't win. The Stig's Lauschend cousin. Oh, the audio was good from the pro show. Oh, from Willow Springs show. Yes, pro drivers. The live show we recorded at Willow Springs is up as this month's October pro show. Yep. Glad the audio was good. That's what happens when they spend lots of fucking money.
Yeah, those folks that ran the AV there were absolutely pros.
Yeah. Rick in Tennessee. I have a 130-mile commute 5 days a week, and the first and last 20 minutes are tight, twisty, lane and a half wide, bumpy country roads, then the other part is interstate. I want a new daily. I want an E46 330 manual, but reliability and fuel mileage would be nice. Considering a newer Miata or an 86. Bro, 130-mile commute really Miata? Get the fuck out of here.
And honestly, the 86, again, I mean, the only one I drove was a TS, but on the highway out to Spring Mountain and back, it is loud. Doing that 5 days a week, I would be so over it in 6 months. The decibel level is like 79 dB just cruising.
Yeah. Okay. My mind says GTI.
Yeah.
This is a GTI commute.
That is a great choice.
Yeah.
Especially for the money you're going to 25 grand. GTI, maybe you could get a used Golf R, but if you're worried about reliability, you could get a newer GTI maybe with a warranty. It's also simpler. That's the choice for it for sure.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, because you want a good ride. You want it to be pretty chill on the highway. You want good efficiency, but it's also got to be pretty fun on those twisty bits. Yeah,
a Civic Sport, no SI, would also be pretty good.
That would, yeah. They're like 30 grand new.
Yeah, that's a great car.
Good shifter and clutch. Joey Chestnut heavy breathing in Hannah's bedroom.
Funny, hot dog.
But
that's great.
Boy, you know a little too much about our bedroom. In my town, there's an old black retired gentleman that rides around all day smoking cigars in a black 78 Caddy DeVille with the license plate Fly OG. Love a man like that living their life. There's a guy like that in the canyons. White guy, Alpha GTV, same story. His whole car is a fucking ashtray. It's awesome. This has made me want to add a cigar car to the stable, Joey Chestnut says. What would be your ideal cigar car to roll slow, bump tunes, and rip stogies all day? Thinking a 129 SL. My Mercedes, my free Mercedes project will be it.
That's a good point. Top down, yeah. I was thinking like a 40s Cadillac would be sweet.
Oh, that too. Big caddy.
Big old Cadillac.
Yeah. I would say an old Eldorado like converted to electric. Not that it makes a difference, but like, yeah. Or a like Rolls Corniche.
Yeah, that would be dope. That guy, what's that Mercedes? The guy LS swapped, and he's got a gated shifter. What model?
The Jag?
The 280? Oh, a Jag would be nice too.
Yeah,
Mercedes just goes to the car events.
Yeah,
it's like a slammed LS swapped sedan.
Yeah, 280. Yeah,
280, and that thing's kind of cool.
But also
might
the
be
Jaguar
too loud.
XJ. Jaguar XJR, like Mike Spinelli had. That's a good cigar car.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you have to really study, you need a car that has poor aerodynamics. Because poor aerodynamics means no buffeting at the windows. And with a cigar, you don't want buffeting. You don't want the Delica. No buffeting with the Delica. Fabulous cigar car. Yeah. Smells like Dodge Spirit. There we go.
That's a good one.
New Patreon member. Welcome to the club. Question, if either of you became the president, Ruh-roh, what car would you want made into the beast, the limo for you? That's a good one.
Yeah.
The problem is it can't be something like fun.
No, because that's to weigh 9,000 pounds and be indestructible.
And it has to be American.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Ranger Raptor, because I have fun with that. But I think I don't want a TRX because it's just already inefficient and terrible and too loud. Oh, I was about to say something like a Lyric because it's got torque and stuff, but if there's an EMP that goes off,
yeah,
the whole car turns off.
H1 Alpha, just to be a dickhead.
But yeah, with a good diesel Cummins swap in it.
Or I could be like, well, if I'm president, it's gonna be NASCAR because we're turning left. But I would have a Chevy Volt stretched like 37 feet long.
That's fun. Hey, that's a good one. That's a very diplomatic choice.
Yeah.
I think.
Vision 2002 says, is there a second half of this?
Yes.
Okay. Back in the day, my dad bought a brand new S54 equipped Z3M Roadster. I'm considering finding one to his exact spec to revisit the good old days. The question is, will I be disappointed? A lot of folks knock it as a performance car, and I don't want to end up regretting just not getting a Boxster Cayman or newer Z4M. What is the crux of journalists' issue with the car? I mean, here's the thing. I think these cars are fun as shit. I don't have a problem with them at all. I don't know who has a problem with them and why. The knock is that it's an E30 chassis, and that's a shitload of power in an E30 chassis, and it's not that refined. But that's also what people say about them in a complimentary way.
Sure. And you've driven S54 swapped E30s, and they're amazing. Mm-hmm. So with the right setup, we have plenty of friends that rock modified E30s, and they're great to drive.
Yeah. And I mean, now that car is a classic. That car is 25 years old. That's a classic car. So it doesn't matter if it's like not as like good objectively as other things. Like you don't want it because it had better steering or power than a Boxster in 2001. You want it because it was your dad's car. So I'm not sure how you're going to end up being disappointed.
I think you're like it because you're predisposed to like it, but this person also has a GTI or had a GTI. You had an E39 M5, a modded 2002. You are the right person to enjoy this thing. You know, I think the other people that are comparing it to Boxster, Cayman, etc., they're looking at it as an isolated car, and that's in a vacuum, those might be better in some ways. But you have this like back catalog of nostalgia, and I think you're really going to like it.
Yeah. If you don't like it, Hugh blow me. Just pretty.
Wait, I have an answer, a fast one for Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird.
I don't really have a good answer for that.
Best OEM stereo I've experienced under 50 grand is ironically in the Integra A-Spec. The ELS stereo is absolutely incredible.
That's true. Acura does have a. I just got a text. I will have a Panamera Turbo S E hybrid to drive to the Hilton Head Concourse. Great. If you don't like it, Hugh Blow Me wants to know, what is your opinion of Hugh Blow? I was interested in one. I went to YouTube and I was bombarded with watch influencer videos saying Hugh Blow is trash. Yeah, I hate that people that's the case. I mean, so here's the thing. I don't think Hugh Blow is trash. I think their reputation in the 2010s was like kind of well earned because it was all sort of about the outside and not on the inside, but they were priced pretty high. And I don't personally, I don't love how their watches look. They've never made a single watch where to me was like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. Having said that, I don't. If someone is wearing one, I'm absolutely not gonna judge them, and I don't think most real people would in person judge somebody for wearing a Hugh Blow, even if they were the people making a fucking video saying that they sucked. They're not going to fucking walk up to you in person and say that.
It's a good way to get hit in the face.
Yeah. I mean, I think they make fine movements. I don't think they're investment grade watches. They depreciate, but they're nice if you like them. They're not shit. Yeah.
Last one.
Live Axl Rose, what scene do you want to see lampooned on the IG account Angelus Death Highway next? I'm not going to encourage AI slop. I think I wasn't personally offended by someone deciding to put that I say I have cats in there or something, but like, I don't want that to be the internet, man.
I agree.
I don't want to live in that world. I'll fucking park cars, man. I don't want to put my videos up there competing with AI trash. I don't want to fucking live in a world where this fucking Ouroboros of AI feeding. It's like, you know, where the value of all artistic worth ever created is just funneled upwards directly to Sam Altman.
Right.
And
the perfecting of those programs so that it's easier to make realistic looking videos, which then can be used for totally nefarious purposes.
Yeah, like the world was totally fine without that stuff, and like we don't need it. It doesn't make the world a fucking better place. Like it's just we're just moving towards an internet where just computers are talking at computers without any people in the way. Like no lessons are learned from the Terminator movies at all. I just went. I'm going to end here because here's where I see this going. I was just at it's Tech Week in LA, and I was invited to a Tech Week cocktail mixer with Hannah, and for the most part it was interesting and fun, and I met some people. And then I met a guy whose name I don't actually remember. And I asked him what he did. Drone boats. what's that? What is that? Well, imagine instead of one Navy destroyer, you have 1,000 20-foot drone boats that are programmed and controlled the way that those drone fucking fireworks displays are.
Right.
And I go, so like you'd have the carrier, aircraft carrier, and they would surround the carrier like a force field almost. And he was like, yeah, you could do that. He's like, or you could decide to shut down a river or a canal and just you'd send the swarm. Sure. And I go, how many is a swarm? He's like 1,000 to 1,500. And I was like, uh-huh. And he goes, and you know how many operators you need for that? Humans? And I was like, how many? And he goes, 2 from anywhere. And I was like, oh, good. I can't wait for this to be our world. And so, yeah, so this is where it goes. You know, where these billionaires' computers fight these billionaires' computers, and anyone that isn't a fucking billionaire or defense contractor just gets blown up.
Well, yes. And my concern on top of that is if you remove the human element from armed conflict, like on the plus side and the way we'll be sold it is, well, now there's no more human life. We're not sending our soldiers into battle, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, right. But then you are... then the citizens are untethered from the actions of the administration or the DOD, and then we go, well, no one's getting hurt, so I guess this is the right thing to do, and then they're just doing things with more impunity or more in the dark. It's
why that book I read, Rutger Bregman, Humankind, it's about like how during World War II, like opposing armies would opposing like regiments would like meet up and like secretly pretend to fight because they didn't want to kill each other.
Really?
Yeah. No, they'd order them to kill each other, but they're all fucking just kids,
right?
You know, and they'd meet up in the middle of the night. Okay, look, listen, we have to shoot at you, but like we're gonna shoot over your heads. Okay, so when we shoot over your heads, you shoot over our and we'll like pretend to fight, but like we really won't.
Wow.
And like that happened a bunch.
Wow.
Like the people don't like always, want to kill. They're propagandized into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you eliminate that potential area of resistance where I have to convince regular people to do terrible things and I can just do them.
Right. I mean, this swarm thing, and this is me like tinfoil hat stuff, but if protests get louder or more voluminous, and I'm going to say this remaining peaceful, but if people in any country are frustrated and they're just walking peacefully, we have seen the response tends to be more aggressive. And if you can have a swarm fly over them and drop pepper balls or whatever, then again, the humanity is removed from that. You don't have police officers having to choose to interact with these protesters and make those decisions against their citizens. You can have someone in an office who's more of a shithead sociopath, and they can do so much more.
By the way, you've just described the first 5 minutes of the movie The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, really?
Where he refuses to fire on a crowd of protesters as a military helicopter pilot, refuses to fire on the protesters, fights the other people in the helicopter. They subdue him. They fire on the protesters anyway, and they edit together a video framing him saying, I'm going to like kill all these protesters, and they put him in jail. And then to get out of jail, he goes on the game show, The Running Man. That's like literally the first fucking dude. Everybody that is running things now has learned all the wrong lessons from all the fucking 80s and 90s movies. Mm-hmm. They've just gone like, wouldn't this be cool? Instead of like actually having any kind of fucking moral clarity about these films.
I mean, it's funny because when you watch movies like that, there's a movie with Ray Liotta called like The Castle, but basically like there's always a group.
Oh, dude, do you mean there's The Castle and there's the one on the island. Where
that's what I was thinking of.
Oh, God damn it. No Escape.
No Escape.
It's No Escape.
That kind of stuff. So we watch those movies and we see ourselves as the people who are imprisoned and can fight back. It's G.I. Joe. It's good versus evil, whatever. There's definitely some people that watch those movies and go, I would have built that fence way stronger. Like, here's what I would have done. People watch Hunger Games and they see themselves as the people on top, not, what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence.
Katniss. I've never seen The Hunger Games, and I know that.
Really?
Yep.
They're good.
I know. It's just one of those things.
They were more fun to watch a few years ago.
Probably, right? Yeah, now they hit a little too,
Yeah, except for like, watch kids.
No, I mean,
young people.
Dude, all you have to do is look at one photo of Stephen Miller and go, that's not a guy who learns lessons from movies.
Yeah.
If you really want to be depressed, the Some More News about Stephen Miller that was out last week is an hour and 17 minutes long. And holy motherfucking shit.
He's trying to sell his very expensive house right now.
Yikes. Yeah. Because his neighbors
don't like him.
Wisely have made it very uncomfortable for him to exist in public, as they fucking should. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't get to be a fascist and have people be nice to you.
Did you see the clip, I'm sure you did, of him on CNN, and he says out loud, like, the president should have totally untethered authority.
Yeah,
and then
what's the word?
Talking.
The word is starts with a P. Yeah, and then he catches himself going, I shouldn't say that in public.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a word I'd never actually heard before and had to look up. Right?
Plenary authority.
Plenary, yeah.
And then he just stops talking. And he just freezes and stares at the screen. And they're like, would you say hello? Do you hear us? What? And he doesn't blink.
No, it's a real I fucked up free head deer in the headlights.
Maybe he's controlled by Grok and he's actually a cyborg. And Elon's back there going, oh, we messed up the programming again.
Shit. Don't use the word plenary. Yeah, look up the word plenary now. I mean, obviously I forgot what the word meant. I forgot the word 2 weeks later. But yeah, what it means is he thinks the president can do anything. Mm-hmm. Anything. That's what that means. It's fucking fascism.
The definition refers to power that is complete, comprehensive, and not subject to any significant limitations.
So that's what the president's advisor is saying to cameras on accident, that he thinks the president has that. Cool. King shit, you guys. I fucking love it. Sunny day in California. Let's get fucking to it. That's our show, guys. Sorry to end on a downer, but fascism is sad. And on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Monday, live show Monday before I go to the airport and go to Spain and drive the 911 Turbo S. Already know. Maybe I'll see if I can. If there's time, maybe I can swing it, because Jack from Savage Geese and Fensky are also going to be in Spain. Maybe we could try to throw together a jamon cast.
You should.
I'll try. It's hard, and everyone's fucking trying to get their videos edited and shit.
Fensky already did a video, so tell him you're not making a video.
Not doing shit.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We love you. Thank you to our patrons for asking such good questions today. Sorry the last one triggered the lib. See you later.